Hey, check this out. This is Off the Pages. We're here to talk about what we're here to talk about. What we're here to talk about is...
Oh, stop. My fault. I thought you were going to give us the names first.
You still wouldn't have been ready.
I would have. When I heard Daniel, I was going to swipe up.
You were going to swipe. You going to then pick up the phone.
Yeah.
That's all it is. This is Off the Pages. I'm Daniel. That's Ant-Man.
Why'd you use your radio voice?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Give the people what we're here to talk about today.
All right, everybody. We know who Superman is. Which is more important, though? The super or the man? Clark Kent or Kal-El? The Kryptonian heritage or the Earth upbringing? The American icon or the global hero?
Do we have to answer each one of those individually? Or
No, it's just the same question said differently.
Oh.
So again, goes more. Which is more important, the super or the man?
The super
The
or
Kryptonian
the man?
part or the him being raised on Earth? Two parent household.
Well, the obvious in my head, the most obvious and easiest answer for that is the man, because the man makes who you are going to be later on in life. You gotta get taught the basics at an early age of who you want to be. You gotta have an understanding of right from wrong to be able to fulfill who you are going to be. And some of that stuff is natural, but for no, you're naturally going to be who you are.
I think most people are naturally good when they're born. It's not a bunch of kids that walk around. Hold on, it's not a bunch of kids that walk around and just say, "Hey, I'm gonna just be a complete little jerk." Most kids, when you're small, they don't care about race or anything like that. They just want to go play with other little kids. So it naturally is for you not to care about that stuff. Then as you go through life, you start seeing differences and stuff like that, and people start teaching you that stuff. Bad versus good. But naturally, you're just a kid like, oh, I like that person likes me, I want to go play. I see another new person I want to play. That's why all parents get so afraid when they have their little kids walk around, because little kids want to go talk and play with anybody because they don't care.
That's a good point. Valid point. But so that somewhat answers the nature versus nurture question for that, which still comes back to the man or the super. It comes back to nurture. How you were the man that you are is based off how you were nurtured.
Yeah.
Because it molds you into whether or not how you use the super, because the super doesn't matter if the man part isn't taken care of properly.
Yeah, but the man part wouldn't matter. Like, for instance, if let's say he's raised the same exact way, but he's never had powers. Let's just say Martha and Clark Kent had a regular baby, no superpower, they regularly adopted, no superpowers, no nothing. Then he would just be an average person in the world, doing the best he can, making right decisions based on, but he wouldn't be affecting the world. So it wouldn't be a better place in general. Like Superman, in theory, makes the world a better place. He say the world would...
No.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Because his job is a reporter. He chose to pick the
He
job
chose
of
a
a
reporter.
Hold
Hold on. He chose the job of reporter so he wouldn't be looked at differently when he wants to go to dangerous places for no reason. That's why he chose a reporter. He didn't choose a reporter because it was a calling. He used it as a way so he could be in dangerous places without being questioned. So he could be Superman.
That's one interpretation of a writer saying that's why he did it. But the other writers use it as he has the inner good in him and he always wants to do right and help the people out and everything, which is why he's a reporter, because he wants to report on everything, all the bad that's happening in
I've never known that. I've just known.
Really? You never knew that's why he was a reporter?
I've always been under the assumption he was a reporter so he could be in dangerous places and make it, and so he had a reason to be in dangerous places without excuse, so he could be doing Superman stuff.
No.
Because if it wasn't, for instance, this is just what I believe. That's just what I believe, that if he was just a regular baby and got adopted, no superpowers or anything like that, he would be another farm boy in Kansas. He would not have gone too far out of Kansas. Might have even took over his own mom and pop farm. I don't think he might have ever left the farm. He might have got his own family and moved to like a farm close by where they kind of combined it. But I believe he would have left that farm. He still would have been a great person. He would have been great in the community. He might even been up like one of those lifetime high school coaches or something like that, where all the kids know him. He's affected all their lives, and they went on to do good things. And he's just like when he died, his town will forever love him. They may name a street after him or a building or a library or something. It would have been like that. But he just wouldn't have been affecting the world. The reason why he affects the entire world is because he's Superman. The reason why the world hasn't been destroyed by like 7 different asteroids and all that stuff, because of Superman. It's also the reason why, he's also, because he's Superman, is the reason why so many threats keep coming to the world, because they want to test them out. So it go both ways, which kind of makes my point. Super part is really, really good or bad. Like it's been good for the world, it's been bad for the world. The reason Darkseid keeps coming here is because of Superman. Now, if you just had man, no super, it should be regular everyday issues. Yeah. I see you thinking. You want to think out loud for me?
No. Which do you believe it is?
Oh, the man, but I like to give both. I can see both reasons why. You had Jerry chose the man, so I had to go a different way.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
You did that.
Because I had both reasons. Because I really thought about the super part is really the reason why anybody even knows anything about this. The reason why the world is a much safer place. It's the reason why when Darkseid comes here, Darkseid doesn't succeed here. It's the reason why any other, what's his name? The dude who runs Battle World, Marvel. I can't pronounce his name. But either way, I put him up, picture up. But either the reason why he comes here because of Superman. The reason why so many different other people, Mongol, yeah. The reason why so many other people come here is because of Superman and the threat he causes and stuff like that. Now,
the threat he causes,
the threat that he can cause to other worlds,
but he does. Okay,
he doesn't because the whole rest of the galaxy the rest of the universe don't know that he's like, he's not a threat. He's not going to do that. But, if I see a threat, I'm going to punk you. I'm going to punk world. I'm going to try to take the threat out. Just standing tall. But, that's a different subject. But, he's super. The reason why they come is because of him. The reason why they get defeated is him. But he's also said stuff that has nothing. You know how many plane crashes would have went down without Superman? It's because of Superman. He saves those. Regular Clark Kent, no super at all, that would have died.
That has nothing to do with the question, though.
It does, which is more important, the super or the man. I can make a case for both. I think it's the man because the reason why the super part hasn't gone off control and ended up, taking over the world and using his power to take over world by world, galaxy by galaxy, is because of the man. The upbringing, the good that was already in him being nailed down and installed and used through his own everyday conquest. That's the reason why the super hasn't gone off the charts. Because he could easily be a Zod.
Yeah.
But the Kent in him has stopped him from being that.
Okay. Well, that was a short video. So,
but I will say, the Superman is important. I mean, the super part is important. I'm going to call it 49-51. Like 49 super, 51 man.
For the purposes of telling a good story, I think the super is like the most important part. For the purposes of telling the story and having the comic. For having the Superman comic, the most important part is the super part and Superman and everything that he does, has done, and even the changing of his powers based off of situations. I think it's Superman every time. I don't think there's ever going to be a Clark Kent novel would be even read or even followed or anything like that.
You're not going to read a Bruce Wayne comic.
Yes, you would.
You want to read a Bruce Wayne novel?
Yeah,
no, you wouldn't.
Yes, you would.
You want to see Batman?
No.
Because they tried that in Gotham, and
they did a terrible. They did a terrible.
Every time you try to tell a Batman story,
wasn't he young though? A kid in Gotham. It was a terrible version. You should do him as an adult. You know the amount of craziness.
And I'm telling you right now,
that'd be
I remember
awesome.
the first episode of Gotham. He was on the internet. And how long do you see before Batman? And the show run had to come like, you won't see him put on the Batman cowl to the last frame of the last episode of the series. They had to establish that because everybody say, once I see Gotham and Bruce Wayne, even though they put all the promotion that this was about Jim Gordon, they still wanted to see Batman. There's no put. If they say, hey man, I got a whole story about Bruce Wayne right here, and you go through the whole story and there's not one part of Batman, you're going to be like, yo, what the is this?
It depends on what part.
I don't give a shit how good the story is.
Yeah, it is.
Bruce Wayne and Batman are you can't have one without the other.
Okay, your mind's made up. But you could do a Bruce Wayne story.
It's like having Ninja Turtles with no weapons. It don't make sense.
There's so many shows that are good out there that show the aspect of being a rich, pompous person that you can go any direction you want. Like he's supposed to be
Bruce Wayne.
Yes, you can. Because he's supposed. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. You give the right writer
I don't get
that.
Bro, it's the expectation that Bruce Wayne is Batman. Like you can't tell a Clark Kent story without not Superman. I'm not even gonna say Superman. You can't tell a Clark Kent story without what some people say without Lois Lane.
You can even him like the importance. You can have a whole story of him having the importance of him trying to live an everyday life and hide the fact that he's what he does at night. You can make a very good story about that.
You could. But then people want to know what is he doing at night.
People were so intrigued. That's the whole purpose of the whole show. Of him trying to find a different way of hiding that. How he meets Lucius and Lucius helps him hide it and the stuff he has to go through and the stuff he does.
People are going to want to see what happens at night. I'm just telling you exactly what it is.
Now
I would say the best way to do it is have a Bruce Wayne story and slim down the Batman. But like you see him like having like maybe a page or two of him doing Batman stuff and then a bunch of Bruce Wayne stuff, then a page or two of Batman stuff, then like 4, 5, 6 pages of Bruce Wayne stuff. That's something, yeah, I can see that. But just to have another one where you're like, all right, it should be some Batman stuff right here. He's like one line. He was out late last night. Come back, more Bruce Wayne. People would hate it. I guarantee you they will riot in the streets.
No. Because when they did Dark Knight, it was very intriguing and interesting, especially with the one dude who figured it out. And then they were like, "Oh, you sure you want it?" And then his whole portrayal of who he was and how he had
how much Batman was in that movie. He was a lot of Batman in there. What are you talking about?
No, I'm just talking about you. There are ways to do the story where it's strictly.
I'm not saying you can't have Bruce Wayne a big part of the story. Even though I don't know how we got the Bruce Wayne on Superman stuff, but that's not the issue I'm having. The issue is you said a whole Bruce Wayne story with no Batman. That will never sell. I promise you, I will.
I'm telling you, a show. I don't care about a book.
A show would even be worse.
So if you
they tried it with Gotham.
You had the teenage version. I'm talking about the adult version.
The only reason they even got away with it in Gotham is because it was a teenage version. He wasn't going to be Batman. Yeah. Bruce Wayne,
the adult version of Bruce Wayne, where he's already Batman and he's just living his life as Bruce Wayne.
That's a rich billionaire. Nobody cares. If you said Peter Parker have a whole Peter Parker joint and he's not Spider-Man, I'm with it.
No, it would be terrible. That would be boring. What else? Be terrible.
What are we talking about?
You know how boring it would be. Some dang on. No.
You
Nobody has.
So hold on.
A life of a person who's a billionaire and can do whatever he wants.
It's
and
way
more interesting than a person with no money, struggling all that. Nobody wants to see that struggle.
You know how many more people relate to like, man, I can see what he's going through as Peter.
You know how many shows, unrelatable shows there are out there that are popular? That has nothing to do with it.
Bro, you can tell, it's much more you can tell about him trying to get through day-to-day life as a person who is struggling, trying to find a way from get to A to B to A to B. All the stories you hear at work about people going through their regular lives, like, bro, your life could be a story. This is crazy. I can't believe that to you. That happens to Peter Parker all the time. Bruce Wayne, oh my God. What was the thing you said earlier in another video? The easiest way to fix anything is throw money at it.
Yeah.
Easy way to fix Bruce Wayne's whole story. Man, why you just ain't throw 100,000 at him?
and he doesn't do that anyway. And he fights.
But I'm
himself,
saying,
and he
if you
fights.
make- if you make
that's
a
what
TV
makes a
show-
great story about it, because he's not going to throw the money at it. He's never thrown the money at it.
Bruce Wayne, if you're not telling a Batman story with Bruce Wayne, what else are you going to... There's no other way. He's like, man, why don't stop it? Hey, just throw some money at it. You know what I'm saying? Throw some money and resources at it. I fixed it.
He doesn't do that though.
That's what the whole story... I promise you, it would... By episode 4, they were like, all right, look, man, this is getting out of hand. Just throw some money on it. You want to see you strong. You want to see somebody overcome. There's no overcoming if I'm a multi-billionaire who has enough money to build a space station.
and he doesn't do that as Batman.
Bruce Wayne paid for it, not Batman. Don't make no mistake.
Okay.
Wayne Enterprise paid for it.
Okay, and which would be the same thing in Gotham in his regular comics.
Right, and it would be...
He can fix crime by giving them
And that's-
donating money to the police fund,
And that's why...
hiring more cops and doing so
Hold
many.
up.
There's so
He
many
can fix
other
crime.
ways
He can
that
fix
he
crime.
can do it other than being Batman.
Hold on. He can fix
but
crime.
he beats Batman.
Hold on. He can fix crime the same way... Oh, not the same way. But like instance, Dave Chappelle in one of his specials said he's pretty much bought almost his entire town, right? Like all the vacant buildings. Batman could do that right now and turn all those to low-income housing, good jobs, and community centers where kids have something to do. Fixing crime right then and there. That's a Bruce Wayne. So how long is that going to take? Maybe 4 or 5 episodes?
A lot.
4 or 5 episodes.
No, it's not, because you guys, you know how much fighting you're going to have to do with the city.
Not buy
and
the
everything
building, it's
else,
not building.
and how many people you're going to have to pay off and everything else.
Pay
You
off
can't
what?
just throw the
I
money.
bought the building.
Throwing the money doesn't always work as much as you think it's going to work.
You said it last video.
Especially when you know there's other rich people and other people who want stuff out there that you're going to mess up and everything. Like you're living in a city where there's what's that dude's name? Black Mask, Penguin, the Falcone family, and so many other people who you can't fix their parts because they're not going to let you fix their stuff, which made Penguin so interesting in everything. Like he couldn't just do what he wanted; he had other people he had to deal with to get to
But he was at
points
the
and
bottom of
everything.
the totem pole.
Okay.
Trying to work his way up. Didn't have that much.
You know how harder it is being at the top, knowing everybody's you're rich and you're trying not to go broke because everybody is going to put their hand out, and you're like, all I want to do is fix this over here.
And he could just simply-
but everybody over here is fighting me from fixing this. Like that's how how the U.S. government can't get nothing done because there's so many people and so many
That's a whole
things.
That's a whole other thing.
Is it though? Is it?
It is.
Is it?
It is.
There's a government in Gotham.
Yeah.
There's officials. There's rich people.
But there's nobody more.
You know how much red tape?
There's nobody more popular in Gotham than Bruce Wayne.
He's not the most popular person. He's the most known person.
Who's
He's not
more
the most
popular in Gotham
person.
than Bruce Wayne? That's the whole persona.
Batman.
We're talking about a whole. First of all, this is a Superman topic. Can't stress that.
Fine.
But hold on, now we're
done.
here.
We're done.
We're here now.
We're
Now.
done.
We're here now.
We're here. We're here.
We're here. There's nobody in Gotham. There's the whole
Ryan
thing.
with us.
There's the whole thing about Gotham, about Bruce Wayne, is that everybody in Gotham City knows who Bruce Wayne is. They all love him. When he show up, if he ever shows up to a party, that party goes from 8 to 11. If it's already at 11, it goes from 11 to 45. Whatever he does, it steps up just by him being here, because that's how much people love Bruce Wayne.
That's part of the story that you're going to tell him, how he has to create that
So
persona.
you started Batman from you started Bruce Wayne all the way from the beginning?
I know. I'm talking about him coming back. I'm starting from him. Yes, in the beginning when he's coming back to Gotham and he's already an adult. That part that he needs to be told of him having to he has to.
You can tell that, but you can't tell it without Batman. That's the issue.
Yes, you can. That's what I'm saying.
People
You
will
can do it.
People will riot because they want to see. If I swear to gosh, if I pick up a Bruce that says a book or a TV show that says Bruce Wayne, first thing I'm thinking,
It doesn't have to be called Bruce Wayne.
What
It
you
could
gonna
be
call it? The
Gotham.
Waynes?
Gotham.
And they were already first episode. They were asking when he's going to be Bruce.
No,
Batman.
because you're actually going to do the good thing of incorporating everybody else in there.
They did that in Gotham.
No,
Who did
Gotham
they not?
was trash.
This because first of all,
You had him as a teenager.
a lot of people like Gotham. So I wouldn't go out saying trash.
you got
A lot of
to-
people like Gotham.
Gotham changed every season. It was a completely different show, almost a completely
Bruh,
different show.
what you're talking about can be fit. A Bruce Wayne show, I can see if you want to go a small miniseries, let's say 10, 12 episodes, maybe. After that, nobody's going to care. Obviously, it's going to be the same thing. He come across people, red tape, he'll find a way because he just throws more money at it.
No,
Or a
he
good
doesn't.
lawyer.
Money
Or a
doesn't
good
always
lawyer.
work because you're going to run into those people, those honest.
Yeah, how you gonna
goodness
stop
people. You always
As Batman.
no, because you're going to run
If Falco's
You
in
know
my
why?
room-
Because you're going to run into those. Because if they do the story like, let's say Daredevil, where you run into the people who have conscience, where there was a lot of people in Daredevil who they were doing everything based off of the right thing. They were the ones who were like, these people need help, money. I'm gonna do whatever I can. They didn't have money. They were just doing the right thing. You're going to run into them people where money isn't going to solve everything, and which you're going to have in the show. Money doesn't solve everything.
And then-
I don't want you out here because you're just bringing the publicity and everything else, and that's just going to change how everything is and stuff.
Then you
Like,
just do it behind the scenes.
but then they're
Because
really
you know-
going to hate
but
you
how-
and everything.
How
bro.
how much stuff do you think Bruce Wayne can buy without being actually there? Like send a proxy or something like that, or make a phone call. Like, look, man, he's offering you that. All right, I'm offering you this, and I'll offer more cash on top of that, flushable cash, so you can get right there and then. I don't have to be in front of the scene and then get it built. Next thing you know, who owns that building? Bruce Wayne. When did he get that? Just like that. It's not a big deal. That's not a hard thing. They do.
is.
Billionaires do that
It
all
is.
the time.
It is.
The only-
They do. They
Right.
do. But it is still. But for the purpose of this show, it will be a hard thing. Because we're making a show.
You make a bad show.
No show. No, all shows are like this.
You're
We all
making
watch
a bad show.
No, it's a good show. All shows watch where you watch.
What
a
you're
show.
describing?
No,
I
it
can
is.
tell, I can tell you what.
It's
I
going
tell-
to be a
I can
great
tell you
show.
exactly what show you're describing.
What
It's
show?
called Dallas. That's what you're describing.
A great show.
Yeah, it was a great show. Not denying that, because I even watched the reboot. It was a great show.
Exactly. So then what are we arguing
Right.
with it?
But if you say I got Dallas with Bruce Wayne, people will say, oh, Bruce Wayne?
We're not.
When is he going to be Batman?
You keep saying like I'm going to put his name in the title or anything.
Then it's not a Bruce Wayne show. You literally said I want to
It's
see a
not
whole
his name.
story.
His name's not going to be in the
I don't
title.
care. I don't care what his name's gonna be.
He's
If Bruce
gonna
Wayne
be-
is in it and he's a major character, you want to see Bruce Wayne as Batman. You just want to see it. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Your brain has been chemically altered by comic book movies, TV shows.
All I know,
And commercial
this is,
toys
not,
and
this,
everything.
is, this is a Gotham show where we're showing the other side and all of Gotham and everything. You can ask for Batman all you want. You're not getting Batman.
And then your shit go down. Your ratings will go down the toilet.
It's just like Penguin show. Everybody might have wanted to see Batman, but not being in there still made the show was still great without him in there.
Yeah.
The ratings are going to go down.
There's a difference between having a villain show and not seeing the hero who the villain usually goes against, than having the alter ego show and never seeing the other part of the other side of that person. There's a big difference.
It's a first.
It's like
it's
saying,
a first for everything.
It's like saying, oh, we're gonna have a whole season of Arrow without actual Arrow. It's just gonna be Oliver Queen.
Which they
doing
hold
it.
up. Matter of fact,
They never did that.
they
They
low key
never
did it
did
with
it.
Clark with Lois and Clark,
Yeah, and they had a lot. They ended
and
up
it was
putting
a very popular show.
and they ended up putting more and more Superman as it went on. Well,
So if it slowly bleeds in that Batman, they slowly show more Batman. So be it.
And then they
but
had-
I think you can.
and
Really
then they
do it.
had a bunch of
I
Superman-
honestly think you could do it without having Batman in there. I think it can be done.
I-
There's enough great writers out there where they can write a good enough show.
Yeah, no, they were on Gotham.
They were not. Gotham was not that good. Everybody
Stand
kept
on the island
tuning
by
in.
yourself in
They
that.
kept tuning in because they kept adding the villains in there, and they were terrible villains at that. They started off with no, it was not that good of a show. They could have did They fell through with they got influenced and peer pressured into that crap. But no, you can do a Batman show. I mean, a Bruce Wayne show without Batman.
Can you?
Yes, you can.
I don't believe it. You know what? I will stand all of my kids 10 toes down, well, 20 toes, and say no, you can't.
They did a Wonder Man show without Wonder Man.
And you hate it. What are you talking about? That should not have been your go-to, because you hated it.
They should have called it Wonder Man. That's my problem with it. You could have called it. What was his name? Simon, whatever. That's what they should have called it.
You should have never said that.
They should have called it Simon. My problem was they called it Wonder Man. That's my main issue. None of it was Wonder Man in there. There was never a Wonder Man in there. That was my issue.
It was.
They should.
He was in costume and everything.
He was, and it was not about Wonder Man, yo. It was about Simon the actor. It should have been called Simon. It should have been called Simon. They put the title
you have
on
watched
there
it?
for selling point.
Would you have watched it?
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
My gosh, that's a blatant lie.
No, it was a Marvel. It was a Marvel show. It still
And
would
you would
have watched because
and
it
you
was
would
a Marvel
expect to
show.
see some superhero stuff in it.
Nope.
I-
Nope. Because it's called.
I don't care what it's called.
It's called-
If I put
No.
if I hit something and they say I see the MCU thing going on, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna see some superhero stuff. And the fact that I don't care what it's called.
And we didn't get superhero stuff because it should have been. It should have never been called Wonder
It
Woman.
should have never been made.
In my opinion, your opinion, probably true. But they already did it. It was there.
Your issue is it was called Wonder Man. My issue was I don't care what it's called. You're telling me this is an MCU thing. MCU is known for superhero. I don't care what it is.
This is true too. This is true too.
Bruce Wayne is known for being Batman. I don't care what kind of setting you put him in. I better see some goddamn Batman.
We won't call it what. It was another show where you just don't call him Bruce Wayne. You just call him. You change your name. Like with Mary Jane and Spider-Man. We're just gonna call her MJ. We're gonna call him B-Dub. It's not gonna be called Bruce Wayne.
You might as well just make a Thomas Wayne joint and call it a day.
Even better.
Nobody would watch it though. But
Yeah,
you can
want to bet? Bet they would. Bet they would.
Nobody would watch Thomas Wayne.
Bet they would. Bet they would.
Nobody.
You know why? Because it's a man trying to keep the family fortune and everything else.
That's all great. They're not watching that Thomas
will.
Wayne.
Yes, they will.
They're not watching. We were watching Krypton waiting to see when we were going to see Clark Kent come in.
We never were. No, I wasn't. I knew he wasn't coming.
A
They established that in
You're
the
right.
beginning.
And then people, I'm telling you weren't. But there were a lot of people like, man, when are we going to see Superman? Because I see his cape. And I see his cape when we going to see Superman. Remember, in the first season, his cape was like
I know what you're talking about, but who are these idiots up in here?
You're not on the internet enough.
I'm not on the internet enough. Who are these idiots? How dare you? Are we done?
I was been done. But you say that wild stuff about Bruce Wayne Superman?
I did. You ran with it.
Hey, you get the blood boiling, it boils.
That's it for us. You guys answer the Superman question because we all forgot about it. And we'll see you guys next time.
Thank you, Oklahoma City. We love you.
Yeah, we.